All right, good morning. This is Pastor Mark Heller. I'm going to take just a few minutes to share with you some different things as robocalls are going out about opening up for worship this weekend. And so as things are opening up, again, there might be an urgency of saying, hey, I'm going to come and worship regardless how I'm feeling or what I'm doing or physical ailments or something like that. Again, just because worship is opening up for inside, we do not want you. If you have any medical conditions at all, if you're susceptible for catching things, we do not want you to come into the sanctuary at this time for worship. We will be doing the live streaming or the outdoor service on Fridays, or rather on Saturday at 4 o'clock would be a better option. And so please keep that in consideration, because as I sent out yesterday, and I just want to make sure people are aware of that, is that, we do everything. We do sanitizing. We use specific stuff that has been designed to help fight and disinfect diseases of all sorts. So we do that part. But we are, just like going out to the store, going to your mailbox, just because it's a church, we are not 100% safe from the virus or from it being shared. But again, the church is opening up, and we just want to make sure that you are aware that if you come in, that you understand that that is the potential. And I think you probably will, but I want to be clear about that. Again, live streaming will take place at all our regular services as we have been doing. We'll have it on the screen so that you can follow along. If you come into church, it's going to be different, and so you have to be ready for that. You'll be given a seat. You'll be seated in a specific place. We will definitely be going through the process of keeping people at least 6 feet apart along the way. And even in the pews, be 6 feet apart means that we are very limited on numbers of people. We might be only to have, 60, 70 people in the sanctuary at any given point in time. Outdoor worship, we can have as many as you want, as long as we keep the social distancing. But inside, it's going to be different. You're not going to be able to come in and just sit right in your normal pew. We need to be able to seat people, keeping the social distancing as well. Masks. We are requesting that you do wear masks. If you are capable of wearing them, wear them. If there's a reason that you cannot, then, we understand that. But yet we want to make sure that you are aware of that as well. If we get to a certain full point, once we determine that we feel that we have ample people in the pew, we will put signs on the outside of the door that says church is full. If we continue to have an issue with that, with more people wanting to be in church than what we are allowing at any given point in time, we will look at adding additional worship services to provide that need that will come up. And it might be that we provide another outdoor service or so forth along the way. We are listening to our members, we're listening to our districts, our synod. We are listening to our insurance carrier, so we are covering all of those areas. And so it's not just something that, hey, let's just open up and no big deal. No, it's being taken very serious, and we expect you to take it serious as well. And so I just want to make sure that, again, you guys are aware of what we are doing. Again, so worship is opening up this weekend. We have our outdoor service at 4 p.m. We will be using, you can come with a chair. It's supposed to be a beautiful day unless you really want to sit in your car. I know that the radio frequency that we used, we've bought some different cables to try some different things. And so I've talked to other churches, and some are having luck with theirs, some are not. I know we've had a couple people that it worked well with, and some that it didn't work well. But this weekend's supposed to be beautiful, so bring a chair, sit outside, and you'll be able to hear through the speakers as well. And that's the service that I would say, if you can come to, would be probably my first recommendation for you, is to come to the outdoor service. And there, your control of your space, your control of your area. And so keep that in consideration, 4 p.m. on Saturday. Again, if you do decide to come into the church, church is going to be open for worship at 6 on Saturdays, 8 a.m. on Sunday, and 9:45 on Sunday as well. Again, if you're coming into church, I ask that if you notice that there are people standing waiting to be seated, please don't go talk to them. At least keep your 6 feet distance from anybody other than your own family. We must do that. That is the law. If that is not maintained, we will no longer be able to offer the inside services, and we will have to stop. And so, so we are going to hold that very serious, and that is going to be something that we will definitely do everything that is necessary to do so. And please don't be offended if I go up to you or a leader comes up to you and say, hey, we need you to move back, or we need you to move away, along the way. We are going to do our part to make sure that we respect the laws that are in place, the guidance that is in position as well. And so, and the recommendations that have been put into place as well. So we're not taking it lightly. Again, when you come into worship, you'll be guided either down the center aisle or the side aisles. You'll be having somebody direct you into a seat. Again, it's not probably going to be your pew that you're used to, that you've broken in, but we are going to ask that you please respect that purpose and that reasoning for why we're doing that, and to not get upset and not to struggle with, hey, I'm not in my place, or what have you. Please understand that. Again, I'm going to reiterate again, they are saying, you can have your opinion about masks or not, but they're saying that they are something that we are supposed to be wearing in public spaces. And so we are going to be definitely encouraging that. We do have some disposable masks that have been donated to us, and so we have some masks that have been made as well that are here for kids and adults. If you don't have one, they'll be available for you as well for inside worship. When it comes to being inside for worship, we're probably not going to be doing much standing. We'll probably be seated the whole time, except for the gospel. We'll stand for the gospel. The rest of it we'll be seated for. Limited singing, we'll have a couple of verses of hymns, and that's it, not all the liturgy sung and so forth. So we are making adjustments there as well. So when it comes to the end of the service, we're going to ask that you wait to be dismissed. Don't just get up like we're used to and going out. You will be dismissed so that we can keep the social distancing in place, as well as then I really need you to, once you're dismissed, to go and head back to your cars and head back to your homes, because we will be disinfecting again and waiting for the next service to take place. So again, you might drive in here and you'll see the sign that says worship service or church full. Please don't be upset. Please don't disrespect that sign. Please look at it. I know these are all rules and steps and stuff that nobody likes. I mean, we don't like them. We don't like to have to place them there. We don't like to have to put them into place, but we are by law required to do so. And for safety measures and care for our neighbor, as the Fifth Commandment reminds us to care about our neighbor, that will be as well. If, again, you have any medical issues, don't come. If your kids have asked you not to, don't. I know they're concerned about you. They love you. Don't ignore your advice for your kids. As much as I know you all want to be back into the worship service, it's going to take time. So please don't rush it. Please don't just go past it, the things that are there. And please take your time. These are learning steps for us as well. We will have an Ascension service tonight that will be live streamed, and only leaders and staff have been invited to be inside so that we can do a run through of seating people. So please, that is, if you heard anything about us doing an Ascension service, it is only for leaders of our church or the staff, and that will enable us to go through the social distancing, keeping things in place, and to work through some of those details. It will be live streamed at 7, so you'll be able to see the things that we've done, the things that are in place, and how that worked as well. If you have any questions or concerns, call me, 586-859-1947. Please pass this out to your friends or that are fellow members of the church. Let them know to come to our website and watch the update. Again, God's blessings. Listen to the robocalls, and we'll get started with devotions in just a couple minutes. And so I pray again that God's rich blessing upon you. Again, I know that God will protect us eternally, and I know that he gives us wisdom to also to be used in the choices that we have to make for ourselves, when it comes to here and coming into church or not. Please don't feel guilty about not being here. God is with you in building your strength up where you're at, and soon things will be opened up completely without those other restrictions. That's all I have for now. Listen for your robocalls. Thank you.